It's been 8 months since Russian military forces intervened in the Syrian conflict. Russian firepower prevented the collapse of the Syrian government, which was struggling to repel rebel advances on more than one front. The Kremlin sent combat aircraft and other equipment and what were described as military advisors to help the Syrian army and its allies. Combat troops were not sent. At that time, President Vladimir Putin said there were no plans to participate in ground operations, but he also said, for now. It seems now may be the time. Russian political and military leaders are seriously discussing sending combat troops.
This is under discussion. There are some plans for this. Assad's forces should control, finally, better, as soon as it's possible, to control about 70% of the territory of Syria. Because from the point of view of our analysts, if such will happen, it's possible to speak about elections, and these elections will be favorable for Assad. That's why the issue of the ground operation is becoming more and more actual.
No side is winning this war, and the battle lines still largely remain the same. Peace talks led nowhere. Neither side was willing to compromise, nor strong enough to impose a settlement. Russia's intervention in Syria has been costly. Already, billions of dollars have been spent, and this country is struggling with an economic crisis. The Kremlin never wanted a permanent war, and Moscow can't just pull out from a conflict that has brought it back to the international arena. Russia recently stepped up its military engagement on the ground after it became clear a political deal was not in sight. Moscow may now be left with no other choice.
This is a very delicate issue. Even in our military, there are serious doubts that any Russian participation in the ground operation would be favorable and will not lead to more deeper disagreements within the negotiation process in Geneva and in other places, as well in our relations with the United States.
There are Russian voices pushing for the military option. The Russian government needs an exit strategy, and for some, that requires a Stalingrad, a final battle to decisively end the war. Zeina, Khodr, Jazeera, Moscow.